Hello, ladies and gentlemen. We are doing an already opened, see what's in the box kind of unboxing for the Henry Homesteader. We shot this today. Brand new rifle, carbine. I believe it's 16.37 inches barrel. And interesting feature of this, I'm just going to dive right into this, is we added the rail that is made to fit this. I believe it was made by Midwest Gunworks, or available through them. And very excellent quality firearm with fully adjustable sights. And some people are not a fan of having the rear sight in front of the receiver. They like to have the rear sight on the rear. But the Ruger PC carbine that I have and love to shoot also has this. But we have seen people online like Paul Harrell who just doesn't like that. So everybody's different, and it works. And what I'll get out of the way right off the bat is there's only one thing on this I don't like, but it's not a horrible thing, and it's really not a big deal. Is I wished it would have had a brass bead on the front sight. It's black, and that's the only thing I would change on this. Other than that, everything is better than perfect. This thing, we fired many rounds through it today. Performed brilliantly. And you got a nice walnut. I'll kind of like do a pass by so you can get a look. And you got kind of a rubber butt pad that isn't too soft. It's not too stiff. And you have your strap buttons here. Well, I call them strap buttons because that's what they're called on a guitar. You have to remember I play guitar. I do that sometimes. But anyway, you get a nice, beautiful piece of American walnut. And as you can see, you have two different, there's three different versions of this they sell. One is a Smith & Wesson magwell. Not sure what else comes with it. If it is the Henry and the Smith & Wesson one, or you can get the Henry with the Glock magwell, which this is. Or you can get one, and it's got a G on it. Or you can get one that is just the Henry Homesteader type magazine. Now, Henry only makes a 5 or 10 round. That's what their website says. And this is the magwell that was installed. Very easy to change by knocking the pins out to change the magwell. Very simple. And this was the only magwell I didn't like on this, because, okay, this would be in here. The mag release is a lever on the front of the magazine. So you have the magazine loaded in there, and the only way to remove it is to push that. It'll snap out. You see that? So it will snap the magazine out, but it's in front of the magwell. In front of the magazine. Maybe that works for you, maybe it doesn't, but basically Henry only has a 5 and 10 round magazine. So it does come with this other magazine, and this is a Henry one. So you have a 5 and 10 round. I'm not sure if all of them come like that. But anyway, this is the Glock one, which takes the Glock 17 and 19. And I'm not a huge expert on Glock, so I don't know which specific magazine this would be. It says in the manual, but it is Glock 17 and 19. I believe they said Gen 3, 4, and 5. I'm not really familiar with Glock, but this ran flawlessly today with the 17 round, It also ran flawlessly with the Glock 33 round fun stick. And I do have some experience with my Ruger PC carbine having a extended magazine like this. And what I like about the Glock one is you see you grab this right here. That's the mag release right there. That's where it should be. It's like that. Very easy. Now, the charging handle, from what I read, it said it was reversible. So you can put it on this side. But that seems kind of strange with the port opening there. But apparently you can do that. And very smooth blowback design. So the bolt is weighted. It has a counterweight on it. And from what I read, there is also a reciprocating action in the fore end to help reduce recoil. That's just what it said on the Henry website. And also a gun review I read by a reputable company. So anyway, the bolt lock is down here in front of the trigger guard. You can hold that down, lock your bolt back, and it has kind of a tang safety. Everything feels high quality on this. There's nothing cheap on here at all. This is a very high quality firearm. Shoots wonderfully. There will be a little shooting video at the end of this, so please definitely check that out. And we had gone to the range with this, and my brother threw a Romeo 5 Sig Sauer red dot on here, which has an MOA of 2. And it was very easy to shoot 100 yards with it. But in the video, I'm shooting more, probably 40, maybe 50 yards. And it was sighted in very well. Very fun to shoot. The fit and finish is very good. And there are some people that are going to complain about little things. Like, I don't know if you can see this light reflection here. But you can see a little bit of wood grain on here. And, you know, you're always going to get these people, oh, why didn't they use wood filler in there? And it should be like this here. And, you know, some people like to cry. But anyway, this is the mag well from underneath. And you can see the difference here between the Henry one. Pretty stark difference, I would say. And you get the mag release in front of the magazine, like I was saying. I really don't like that at all. Now, my Ruger PC carbine, I have my Ruger magazines that I prefer to use that mag well, and I don't use the Glock one because I don't own a Glock. I know, it's probably sacrilege, but I don't own a Glock. But I'm sure they're fine. And we do have some oil on here, which kind of adds to a nice shine. But we'll go down this side of it so you can see. Very nice detailing work in the wood. Very nice texture. And the trigger pull is about 5 pounds. According to most reviews I've seen, that's about what it feels like. That's what my Ruger PC carbine used to feel like till I slicked up the trigger a bit on it, which isn't hard to do. And so there's different options, you know, with this. I had read that some of these come with scope rings, and I didn't see anything with this one. But I'm not the one that opened this either. But my brother didn't tell me anything about it, so I'm assuming it doesn't have them. But he did get a rail separately. And, you know, this sight right here is fully adjustable. You can adjust this up and down, windage, everything. And the front sight is fixed, but it is attach with the screw, but it's not adjustable. And of course, it's a threaded barrel, so you can put a suppressor on here if you want to, shoot suppressed. You can also have a muzzle brake if you want. I put one on my Ruger PC carbine mainly because I liked how it looked. It didn't really need one, but it does act like a flash hider, which was, you know, so you could have a muzzle brake or flash hider or a combination of both. And very good weight. It weighs about the same as the Ruger PC9. The trigger pull is 5 pounds, as I was saying. See that brake? There's no take up. Just very little. Nice crisp brake. Very good trigger. And well, there's not really too much more to say about this other than it's got like a black anodized kind of finish. The barrel is blued. This is really a great ranch rifle. 9mm is no joke. We shot 115 grain today. Haven't shot 124 or 147 in it, but I already know it'll be fine. There was absolutely no issues with this whatsoever at all, seriously. If you're on the fence about this and you're thinking, well, do I spend, I think the MSRP on this is $9.80 something. Probably get it for less than that, depending on which kind of magazine setup you want. And I can't imagine anybody not wanting to get one of these. The biggest thing I like about it, to be honest with you, is I like the retro vintage look. This looks like something that might have been made in the 40s, early 50s. And I'm pretty sure they did that intentionally. I mean, that's a home run for me. This carbine is perfect. It's perfect. It's balanced well, and it would be great for home defense or defending your ranch. Foxes raiding the hen house, whatever. And I guess that's about all I would have to say about it. There's no other outstanding features or anything that is not readily available in other reviews. It's just the thing is a lot of people don't show you, they don't hold it still so you can look at it, see the detail of it and the workmanship and the fit, and you can see everything is tight where the wood meets. I mean, look at that. There's no issues. And there's always people out there that want to tear down an established company. You know, oh, Henry, but and you find out the guy owns like 2 Marlins. So, Henry's like an automatic make fun of. Or you'll have somebody that loves Winchesters, vintage ones, and they'll go online and they'll just make fun of these. Or, the new Marlins, they'll say they're not good when they are. So there's always people like that. And in the guitar world, I love Gibson guitars. Some people love Fender. And then the people that love Fender are saying Gibsons are overpriced and blah. It's, you know how people are. It's part of the culture. But this is what it is. And I want to find out more information about what I was reading about, where there's a counterweight in here. And there's something about the forend that is reciprocal to help with recoil. I'm not exactly sure what they mean by that. To me, it doesn't feel like there's anything in there. So, I don't know if they mean by the bigger, fatter design of it. But I will research more on that. But basically, I just wanted to get this video done. And that's pretty much it all comes with it. You get a manual. You know, the old Henry manual. I really don't think it's going to say anything in here about it. I haven't looked in here yet. Who reads the manual, right? Who the hell needs that? How to use the safety, you know, maintenance before use, how to load, unload, adjust your sights, malfunction, how to clean your Henry, maintenance, storage safety, parts, service and repair, shooting cautions, ammunition. So I can tell you from, you know, lever gun I've had a couple of issues with my lever gun where a firing pin broke. I had another one where the ejector spring broke. And, you know, my ejector spring, Henry just, yep, no problem. We got one coming to you right away. Postage paid. In fact, we're going to send you two. They sent me a brand new firing pin. No questions asked. Paid for the postage. Very good warranty service. And somebody answers the phone when you call, even on the weekend. They have an answering service that will take your call. And somebody will get back to you. So, very, very pleasant people to deal with. I haven't had any issues. We did have a single shot, 4570, government 4570 single shot that had an issue. It was a recall and had a dangerous trigger that could fire by itself. So that's definitely not something good. But Henry fixed that, no problem. And it was a very hot day. They wrapped it in plastic with this kind of tape, and the tape damaged the finish and ruined the bluing on the barrel. It was some kind of chemical reaction. Never followed up with it with Henry because then it would have to be sent back and it would be a headache. And the damage wasn't so tremendous where, you know, plus I'd gotten a good price on it to begin with. But other than that, they have been absolutely wonderful. So this manual here shows you the disassembly, which isn't complicated. It says the hammer trigger group can be sprayed and brushed clean. Everything comes apart easily accessible. Dry firing. This model may be dry fired to practice trigger pull. Never run a brush in the barrel first. This will damage the firearm. Okay? The brush will pick up dirt, moisture, or powder residue and deposit it into the chamber or receiver. Never dip a brush in solvent. We primarily use bore snakes, unless it really needs a good cleaning. So anyway, this is your basic stuff. And, you know, I really hope you enjoyed getting a close-up view of this. Hopefully you got to see everything. And be sure to stay tuned for the shooting video on the end of this. It's not very long, but it makes the point. So, hope you enjoy that. And thank you very much for checking this out. If you have any questions, go ahead and ask. I'll try my best to answer them. And thank you very much. Enjoy the video coming up right now. Hello, ladies and gentlemen of the internet world. Welcome to my channel. I'm Jabo. Probably wondering what the hell I'm doing here. Well, I'm getting a little closer so I can get some good video footage of the Henry Homesteader. It is spitting a few raindrops today. We have the magwell in there for the Glock. And the interesting thing about this is you have the Glock magazines. If you put the magwell for the Henry magazines, you have a mag release button right here, as you'll see in the review video, which I'm not a fan of, but the Glock one is just fine. So this is relatively sighted where it should be right now with the Glock Magazine. We'll take some shots. No problems whatsoever. Functionality of this is really super. That is a 6-hour Romeo 5 red dot. Very well balanced firearm. I got the Tang safety. Very nice mag release. Very good. No complaints whatsoever. Very nice shooter. All right, we got sand pile target over here. Targets on upside down bowling pins. You stick the head of the bowling pin in the sand, put a shoot and see on it. I'm gonna go over here to the water hole with old Henry. The Henry Homesteader 9mm. The sun's kind of out and we're getting raindrops. So what I want to do is I want to do a test for reliability. I'm going to do a test for reliability. We're going to do a mag dump in the water just to see if we get any jams or any problems. Safety off. Well, that ran very nicely.
Really like this thing.